I have to stare at it. All right, coming to the stage right now, a very funny comic. She's also a mother. Please put your hands together for Anna Lefler.
Mother's Day. Oh, woohoo! I know we took a head count already, but I'm going to need to see the moms again. Mom. Oh, cool. Awesome. You know, being a parent's a big deal, isn't it? It's, wow, I'm glad you put that like, got that fixed. Having a Cessna landing on my forehead.
Better to see you with.
We went to a party the other night, and there was a newlywed couple there, and they were getting the full-on pressure to start the family. Do we have any like newlyweds or people who've been dating just long enough to where the vultures are circling? Yeah. When are you gonna have that baby? Better get started on that baby. Whew. Well, here's what they said. You know, we're not sure if we're ready to have a baby, so we're gonna start with a dog. Yeah, because that's about the same thing. You ever tried to put a baby down for the night in a cardboard box with an old towel and a tennis ball? First of all, it doesn't work. And secondly, it really pisses off the baby. So here's what I told this newlywed couple. This was my advice. You know, it's cool if you want to practice for having a baby, but forget the dog, because you're going to need a horse. I'm serious, that's the best way to prepare for having a baby. Take your horse to a fine restaurant. Just go clippy-clop it in there, get your table, get settled in, and note the looks on the faces of the people at the next table. What, him? Oh, he's not going to make any noise. He's about to go down for his nap. That's the way to prepare. And then down the road, when you actually do have a baby, no matter how funky those diapers get, you'll just be thankful you got away without needing a pitchfork and a wheelbarrow. And then, you know, when you get pregnant, here's how this works. I put some thought into this. When you get pregnant, you have to join a team. You must be on a team, and there are two teams. Natural childbirth, drugs. Natural, drugs, okay? And it's really important, because when you go to baby showers, you are required to sit with your team. That's how that works. So all the natural childbirth moms sit over here, and they nibble on little tiny sandwiches, and they talk about what panty-waist wusses the epidural moms are. And then all the epidural moms sit over here, and they nibble on little tiny sandwiches, and they talk about what masochistic morons the natural childbirth moms are. And then we all play a game. Is anybody here allergic to cats? Anybody? Have you noticed that the cats know that you're allergic to them? That's the way cats are. Out of a table of like 30 people at a party, they'll find the one that's allergic. They'll spend the rest of the night trying to lie down on that person's face. And that is how toddlers operate too. Toddlers have an innate ability to find the one person at the party who's not into kids. And they're on them like a heat-seeking missile. Have you seen? And we all have a friend like that who's just not into kids. You know, that's cool. But it's different, because when you're a parent, you're used to being around parents all the time. And then you'll have this one friend who like looks at your kid like it's this experiment that like got out of your basement. And they ask questions like, well, what does it eat? But the toddlers are on to that guy. And they find him and they go over to him and they give him like their cutest little looks and they crinkle their diaper papers, you know? And they got that sweaty little mushy little Rice Krispie treat thing in their paw. And they go over and they coax this non-kid person to finally look down and go, well, hi there. And they give him one of these. Every time. That's just how they roll. Now at our house, we're past the diaper stage. Our kids are a little bit older, and now we're into the bringing questionable habits home from school stage. Our son is 7, he's in 1st grade, and he has taken to air quoting us when he talks to us. So he marched into the kitchen the other night and he said, "Hey Mom, when's dinner?" Well, I don't know, go ask your father. No, it's a very humbling experience. There's really no preparation for being a parent, and you find out very quickly what your shortcomings are. Like, I have found out pretty early on that when I'm frustrated, I yell. I am a yeller. Or as my husband puts it, old yeller. We live over on the west side, but I'm not your typical west side mom. I don't have any tattoos. Have you noticed this? Tattoos used to be kind of edgy and dangerous, and these days a lot of regular old mommies have tattoos. But they're not the kind that you're used to seeing on a Hell's Angel. Okay, that is my maiden name in Sanskrit. And the fairy symbolizes my daughter Zephyr. And the rainbow stands for the fact that life should be fun, you guys. Another thing about the West Side moms, a lot of them have crews that come in and clean their houses, but not me. I don't need that, because that is what play dates are for. Henry, why don't you show your little friend where we keep the Windex, okay? And remember, streaks are what bad dreams are made of. Every now and then I get a complaint after one of my play dates. I got a call from a mom last week. When I straightened her out, I was like, "Listen here, Gwendolyn. Okay, first of all, Red Bull does too count as a snack. And by the way, your gifted kid does not know his way around a vacuum cleaner." Have you guys seen this movie, The Secret? I don't know if you've heard about it. It's kind of going around. For those of you who don't know, it's a movie that tells you how to improve your life by asking the universe for what you want. So I watched the movie, and one of the things it tells you to do is to write a check from the universe for an amount of money that you wish you had, and the universe will make it happen. So, writing a check is something that I happen to know how to do. So I wrote my check, and I stuck it up on the bathroom mirror. And I learned a lot from this. Mainly that if you're going to put your check up where your husband can see it, it probably should not be in the exact amount of his life insurance policy. And you definitely shouldn't write the policy number on it with a red Sharpie. You guys have been awesome.